Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and this is one we've been waiting for a long time on console, isn't it? Fernbus Coach Simulator. I want to say a big thank you, first of all, to the team at Aerosoft for sending me the key for early access to this game on the PS5. Everyone's quite excited to see it on console, so thanks to them for sending it across early. So as per usual, I thought what I'd do is just jump in and take a very quick look just to see how it runs, what it looks like. I've done nothing literally apart from have a bit of a mess around with the audio settings. I've taken off the menu music. There is normally music. If you pick this up, there'll be music in the menu, but because of YouTube, I've just muted it for now. I've also turned down the master volume to about 70%. So I'm going to assume that this runs a lot like FlixBus Simulator. I haven't watched a lot of the PC coverage. The PC game has been out, hasn't it, now for a few years? 2016, was it, on PC? So I'm hoping we've got quite a nice, well-tuned game now that's coming to console. Let's go ahead and start a game. We got two modes when we go in. We can do the career mode, which involves all the level progression, route creation, etc, etc. Or we've got a free play, which is going to be nice because this is a massive map, let's be honest. We've got no routes, no passengers, no navigation, blah 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 blah. You just jump in the bus and go. But you know what, I'm going to start with career, because then we can kind of just do a little run just for the purposes of this first look. And here's the map. I mean, look at the map. The map is massive. Let me just zoom out. Helps if I get the right button. So it's the majority of Europe, isn't it, there, if you take a look. And I'm just going to look in the gubbins that has been sent to me by Aerosoft. And there is 50,000 kilometres of FlixBus's European route network. And time passes at a scale of about 1 to 10. So 50,000 kilometres, it's massive. Now, on console, you do get the whole of the map. On PC, some of these areas of the map have been DLCs over the last few years, but on console, we're lucky enough to get this all in one go, so that's another bonus. So, without further ado, I want to get driving, so let's go to the... let's stop interacting with the map. Let's run a FlixBus. We'll create new route name. Don't think it really matters, does it? Bear with me. I'm going to call this test. I don't think you will see me typing this. There we are. Test. Route number. Well, let's have it as route 1. And I may just restructure these later on. So we got route 1. And then what we need to do, I'm assuming again, like FlixBus, we need to interact with the map. Let's start in Paris. I did actually, I said on a previous comment on the channel over the weekend, I thought I would start in Switzerland, but actually, I thought I'm going to go to Paris. I'm going to start in Paris. I'm going to start somewhere where I've actually been. I have been to Switzerland, but I do know Paris a little better. So I thought, let's go to Paris. So I'm going to choose Paris. Actually, not that one. Let me zoom in again. I'm going to choose here as my starting point. Can I do that? There we go. And then I presume I just pick where I want to go. So let me zoom back out. Let's go to Lille. It's just a short hop to Lille. I don't actually know. 284 kilometers, which is 3 hours 13, but it isn't 3 hours 13 because it's the time passes, as we saw, in 1 to 10 scale. So, but we'll run this anyway. So let's go back, and then we'll just have the one stop. Let's press X to save it, and then I'm assuming if I go to next, choose the control mod. So this is like FlixBus, isn't it? Because we've got the arcade controls, which are very simplistic. and we got the realistic control scheme. I think we'll go with the realistic control scheme on the basis of it should be like Tourist Bus, so we should be fairly familiar with it. If you've seen a lot of the Tourist Bus videos, you'll be used to the way that these games work, and we can do some customization. So let's have a quick look. We can choose which bus we want. I think I'm going to go for this one, you know, this FlixBus anyway. But we have got the Man Lions Intercity R60. That's the default. They've got the TML Flashbase FM. That's quite nice, isn't it? Or you can customize your own colours. Again, we had that in Tourist Bus, didn't we, on console? We have got Man Lions Intercity R60 default. Intercity R60 default. They seem to be the same thing, but just in different liveries. We've seen this one before, haven't we? This is the Acer Roots, A-Race, Barraquito Bus, etc., etc. They're all the same liveries, aren't they, from Tourist Bus? Looks like. That was one of my favourites in Tourist Bus. Anyway, I think we'll go for this one. Shall we change the license plate? We'll have to go for Tintin 57. And whilst I'm doing this, if you are new to the channel, hopefully you're enjoying this today, and you want to subscribe to the channel, I'll be very, very grateful if you do. I'll never ask you for any money, but subscribing will help me out a massive amount. So thank you for that. Alright, we've done that. We've done the license plate. Let's go to the realistic control scheme. What's the weather? Then the weather is pretty decent. How do we change that? We just do that. So 1st of June, 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's just have a look at the weather. And I think that's dynamic weather, isn't it? That's dynamic weather, so we could get what we get. But you know what? I'm gonna pick sunshine for the purposes of this one. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Okay. Now, I'm hoping we have a bit more of open road on this one, because you know, if you've watched my Tourist Bus videos, you know that I'm no good on corners in these buses. So I need some open road. Oh wow, here we go. So here's our FlixBus. I'm going to turn that down in my ear. I'm going to hope that the actual sound itself is okay for you guys, and you can hear me talking. Let's get on board. Just circle to actually get in the bus. Right, I've not touched any of the sensitivity settings, so that's the only thing I'll say. One thing I did do, and people on the PC have told me this, is to dial down the level of AI. So I've dialed it down to about 75%, because otherwise we'll possibly get stuck in traffic jams, so we don't want any of that really. Right, so we need to set the destination, which is Lille, and then we need to actually start the bus. So this is the realistic control scheme. It's all done via menus. We can put it in drive. Oh, it's saying do the air conditioning. The air conditioning is in this menu. Where's the air conditioning? It's not in this one. It's in this one. Right, there it is. Let's put this up. Let's put it to about 20. Air conditioning is on. Then we want to close the door. Oh wow, this is swinging a little bit. I don't know about this. Let me just check that. I think that is to do with... how do I get to the settings? Let me just have a quick look in the control... Not the controls, we want to go into the game. Let's have a quick look. What did I take off at the beginning before we started? Is it center camera when driving? Maybe it was that. Head swinging is 0. I changed that as well. Let me put that on 50. I'm not quite sure what that does actually. Let me put that on 50. Right. Let's try this. Right, so that's better. That's a little bit less sensitive. Okay, now the other thing I want to do is put the mirrors on. So if I press L2, R2, triangle, right, that's the mirrors. The field of view as well. Let me do the field of view. I want to go backwards and forwards. So if I press L2, no, that's up and down. L1, I want to come back a little bit. There we go. That's good. And circle to come out of it. That's a little bit better, because I like to be able to see what's going on. Okay, right. We need to go, don't we? So let's just... the foot brake is on. No, it's not. Right, shift gear in the cross menu. Okay, yeah, we need to put that into drive. Are we good? Press and hold the foot brake. Oh, got the parking brake on. Right, it will help if I show you some of this content, won't it? Oh, there we go. Oh wow, this is good. This is good. All right, let's get outside. Let's have a look around. I should probably put some lights on, shouldn't I? The lights are in this menu. Parking light, dimmed headlight. It's always safer, isn't it? In Europe, do you not have to have lights on anyway? Not sure. I should also work out how to get out of this depot, shouldn't I? How'd you get out of the depot then? Because the map isn't very friendly at the moment. Let's have a look on the map. If I come down to here and I zoom out, does it tell me exactly where I am? That's me, isn't it? Right, well. How do we get back out? We'll work it out. We'll find a way out. Let's go back into the actual cab. Is it this way? This is welcome to Bus Depot Simulator. Oh, some of those trees are not well textured, are they there? That's a shame. There is a day one patch, by the way, and I have downloaded the version that was available to me. Now, I don't know if this includes the day one patch, I must admit. So there may be an additional patch on top of this, so anything you see, it may be slightly different come tomorrow when it releases. Ah, is this a way out? This looks a bit more promising, doesn't it? Alright. Yes, that's what we want. Let's get the indicators on. Oh, look at that! Okay, so there's something that probably needs fixing. That is the end of the road. And everybody's shooting into the grass. Oh, there they go. Right. Not to worry, we're not going that way. But we are going this way. So let's try and get out in front of this car. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this, I must admit. Right, we've got 42 kilometres till we actually get to where we need to be. Now, I like the look of it so far. It looks very sharp to me. It looks pretty good. There's one setting that I don't like. There's something... Let me just try the... Let me just look at this again. Because there's something I don't like about the looking right and left. Look vertical sensitivity, look horizontal sensitivity is at 50. Invert the look vertical, steering camera. I'm going to try this head swing. I'm going to see what it does actually. I'm going to put it back to 100, which is what the default was. I'm going to just see what it's like. Center the camera when driving. Auto center the steering wheel. Right, okay. Let's accept that. And let's go back. So this is the FlixBus. It's a nice livery, isn't it? Got cinema there on the right hand side. I'm hoping on this run we do see the Eiffel Tower. There is a tower there. Is that it? Just between the, see it against the tall building? Is that the Eiffel Tower? Looks like it, doesn't it? Just there next to the trees. Right, we've got a green light, so let's get moving. So we've played with Tourist Bus, which is, again, we mentioned it, it's very similar to this. On the channel, we've played something like 30 hours live streams, I would say, at Tourist Bus. And I love Tourist Bus. It had a few problems, but I loved it. I always wanted to have a Tourist Bus that had a bigger map. This is it, isn't it? This is great. This map, 50,000 kilometers. This is going to keep you busy for a while. I'm so pleased that Aerosoft and TML have brought this over onto consoles. It is only available for the next gen consoles. It's worth just mentioning that. So if you've got a PS5 or an Xbox Series S or X, then you're okay. And I think that's what that does. The head sensitivity, as I put the brakes on, I think it puts my head down. Let me just change that again. So because this is a first look, it's all about discovery. So I'm gonna change that back to 0 and just see what that does. Head swinging. I think that's what it is, head swinging. I'm gonna put it to 0, see what happens. And I'm having to drag the thumbstick along to the left here because there's no other way to do it. There's no quick way to reset it. Right. Let's get back in. So whilst we're in this traffic jam, and I hope we're not going to get stuck, let me read to you a little bit of the official word about this game. So it says, thanks to the cooperation with FlixBus, Fernbus Coach Simulator, like to experience the world as a driver of large coaches on European highways and roads in great detail. Now, as well, on the current console generation. Discover many countries and sites from the Eiffel Tower, we're just moving again, in Paris to the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin, and even further. So we're going to get another red, which is fine. And I'll continue. Here we are. Plan your own multi-stop routes from the Netherlands over Belgium to Austria and drive non-stop. In a modern coach, you will experience the everyday life of a coach bus driver. New buses in the form of DLCs are already being planned. That's good, isn't it? So we're going to get future content, which is going to be excellent. Navigate through a complex motorway and road network to bus stations in over 100 cities in Europe, and stay in constant contact with the control centre. You can choose any season and weather, and in the console version, as we mentioned, there's 50,000 kilometres of FlixBus's European route network that has been recreated. The time passes at a scale of 1 to 10, as in reality passengers board the buses at the bus stations via check-in or buy a new ticket from the bus driver. And we'll get to look at that hopefully once we get to our first place we need to pick up. The interior and the exterior of the buses are modelled in great detail, and the original passenger announcements provide a realistic atmosphere. Construction sites, traffic jams like this one, accidents will challenge you to keep up with the tight schedule. Czechia, Luxembourg, Switzerland, where do you want to start your Fernbus Simulator adventure? Drive your bus safely on the highways by day and by night. So that's the background information. We're now in Paris. So we would expect the traffic to be quite busy in Paris, so I'm not too worried as long as it's moving. There's some people out there, as you would expect in France, at the cafes, having the morning coffees. So we'll talk about some of the features that are in the game as well. So this is of course in cooperation with FlixBus, which is quite nice of them. There is the Man's Lions Coach 2nd Gen, Man Lions Coach C 2nd Gen, Man Lion Intercity, Neoplan Skyliner and the BB40. 50,000 kilometres of drivable tracks, we've mentioned it a couple of times. Complete Autobahn and road network. Dynamic weather with 4 seasons, over 100 cities throughout Europe. Driving by night, the bus driver is also able to leave the bus and go by foot. There are animated passengers and there are original passenger announcements. The other thing I've noticed as well is that there are... Oh, that was close. There are points of interest as well on the map. I could see little camera symbols for things like the Eiffel Tower, so you can actually go sightseeing. And as well as career mode, as we saw in the beginning, there is the free play mode as well, which will be quite nice if you don't fancy carrying on with your career in a certain session. Now if this guy moves up, I'll get in the bus lane. I don't know whether I can sneak around there or not. Have I got enough room? What do you reckon? If I get a full lock, can I do it? Yeah, look at that. Let's make our way down. Still says 30 kilometres to our arrival. That's because we've been stuck in the traffic. So don't forget this is out tomorrow, which is the 28th. Oh, you know what? I've gone into the bus lane and actually I need to go... Oh no, I can still go left. Come on, keep going. Let's beat this green light. Comes out tomorrow on the 28th. I hope you guys are really looking forward to it. Let me know down in the comments what you think so far after this video. Let me know if you're picking this up. I know many of you have already told me on the community channel that you're going to be picking this up. A lot of excitement, as I mentioned. You know me, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I love a simulator or a game where I get to have a long run. And this has got 50,000 kilometres off-road. I'm going to get a decent long run in this game. So I'm happy with that. And I'm keeping my eye out for the Eiffel Tower, wherever that may be. Probably not meant to be in this lane. You can see the orange on the GPS, the orange is showing to the left. But this is the bus lane, so... we want to stay in our own lane if possible, then nobody bothers with us. But this lane is turning right. There's some popping, you see the scenery's popping a little bit. Now, as I mentioned, that could be fixed in the day one patch. It's difficult for me to say. But generally so far... Oh, there's a sign for the Eiffel Tower. Just so... Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, well, watch out. No, you shouldn't go sightseeing, right, when you're driving a bus. But there is the Eiffel Tower, look. Oh, look at that. That is brilliant. I nearly rammed into this new building that's being constructed, and I'm also in the wrong lane, so I need to get over to this side. So if this guy lets me in, thank you. Yeah, you as well, let me in. Oh, watch out for that traffic island. Okay, are we in business? What's going on here? Am I going straight forward? I think I'm going straight forward. See, I had this problem sometimes in tourist bus that, yeah, I'm just in the same place here, aren't I? In tourist bus, I sometimes found it a little difficult to follow the GPS. It's almost as if it needs to zoom in a little bit more, so I can see where I'm going. But I think we're on the straight and narrow. There is the Eiffel Tower. I've been there a couple of times. Quite a nice place, worth a visit. As long as you don't do what James Bond did and jump off the top. Right, we're taking a right turn, so let's get back in the cab. I'm going to have to do something off video with the sensitivity of the look left and right. I'll just get that how I want it for a future video or live stream. That's a little bit too slick for me. There's the Arc de Triomphe. So we got a roundabout coming up. We are going straight ahead though. I mean, the detail's good, isn't it? You know, the landmarks, for example. I do like the detail. And as I said right at the beginning, I haven't watched too much coverage of this on the PC, because normally if a game's on PC and that means I'm never going to be able to play it, I tend not to watch too much of it until I know it's coming to console. But still, I didn't really look at too much of this, and I don't know why that van is there unless he's turning. We're going this way. So I don't really know the level of detail we're going to be going to in this game, but so far I quite like it. There has been some popping with the textures, but that might be expected in the early days. But actually, it's looking pretty good so far. Is a zebra crossing. Not actually sure what those are called in France. So I think if you start in any of these cities, you're going to get this level of busyness, aren't you? So depending, you know, what you want to do, you might want to start your home depot in somewhere a little bit more remote. I don't mind a little bit of traffic. It's more authenticity, isn't it? But I have got that dialed down, as I mentioned, to 75%, so the AI is 75%. I did, again, I keep mentioning Tourist Bus because it is very similar, isn't it? But I did do that on Tourist Bus. I tried it at 100% on Tourist Bus for the first, probably the first week, and it was just too much. There's too many red lights and getting stuck, and it wasn't very enjoyable. So I think I dialed that down to 75 as well, and it worked from then on, so I was quite pleased with it. So we've got 3 kilometres. We must be right at our first pickup. So we need to turn left coming up here. So let's go behind this Range Rover Velar, even though it's called a Mountain Aero. Let's have a quick look round. Actually, I went through the red light then, didn't I? Went through the red light and now I'm on the crossing. Okay, that's not good. But I'm not going to reverse. I'm going to stay where I am for now. And we'll carry on, because we're nearly there at the first pickup, and then I'm hoping we get out onto the open road then, and we can see the bus at speed. All right, this is now green, so why are we not moving further up? Is the traffic that bad? Can I actually see what's going on? Oh, there's a traffic jam right here, isn't there? You know what? I'm going to go around. Once we get the next green, I'm going to go around these guys. Because they've reached a bit of a stalemate, it looks like. I'm going to have to go down the inside of that FlixBus. Right, this might be tricky. There's a lot of impatient drivers around here, isn't there, as well? The horns are constantly going off. Come on. Give me a green, and I'm gone. I might try and drive it actually from this view, you know. Just so I can get through. So we got a green here as well. Can I get through behind this blue? Don't think I can I? And the traffic's at a complete jam. Right, I'm going to squeeze through these guys. Just ignore this. You got to do what you got to do. Sorry. Sorry, FlixBus. Hopefully there's no damage. No, we're looking good. Right. So we are approaching the depot. Is that where I turn in? That's where I turn in. That's good. The barriers are nice, aren't they? The way the barriers work. Wow, this is quite tight, isn't it? And here is the stop. That's quite tight, that. Right, there are lots of people waiting, so let's just bring this up. We'll put the parking brake on. We need to put it in neutral, right, and then we can open the doors. And I keep wanting to use the when I do this, instead of using the D-pad to move around this menu, I've always done it. I end up using the thumbstick to try and move around the menu, and of course it doesn't work, does it? So let's open these. Let's have a look around this side. Right, these ones don't open, so well, we need to check in the passengers. So we are going to Lille, aren't we? So this is good. I've not done this before, so log in. Okay, he is going to. He's going to Rotterdam. So I've not done this before. So let me have a look. Right, so he's not coming with us. I don't think. That's a good start, isn't it? Let's check this lady. Okay, she is going to Wilhelmshaven. So she's not with us, is she? Let's have a look. Emma Arndt. Right, this is not very good, is it? Right, so she can go away. She's not with us. Right, this guy's going to Lille. What's this guy called? Let's do R1. And it's taken me a while just to get used to the menus, but we'll do it. Right, this is Mio Holtz. Yeah, Mio is there, so we can press X there. Mio is coming with us. Let's check this lady. She's going to Lille, and she is Henrique Grosser. Is Henrique on our list? Right. Oh yes, she is. Yes, she is. All right, that's you done. Now this is yeah, going to Lille. Schumacher, yeah. Oops, hang on. Oh, what happened then? I actually tried to check him in then. Oh, there we go. Right, that's good. Right, how about you, madam? You're going to Lille as well. And you are called Heidi. Is Heidi on the list? She certainly is. Right, let's check this guy in. He's going to Lille. This is Levi Appel. Yeah, there he is, top of the list. Let's check him in. This lady is going to Lille. Antonia, are you on the list, Antonia? Yep, there she is. Good. Welcome aboard. Let's talk to this guy. This is Maxim. Is Maxim? Yeah, there he is at the bottom. That's Maxim done. So, the more we do with this, I think the faster we will get. It's actually quite interesting. I'm assuming in the settings you can turn some of this off if you don't want to do it. But let's have a look. This lady wants a ticket. She wants to travel to Lille. Okay, so this is a new one. So let's sell her a ticket to Lille. And I'm going to assume I'm doing this right. I've not seen this before. So let's have a look. Right, Lille. Check. Right, then we just press that. There she is. Right, she's done. Good. What about Tino? Is Tino coming with us? Yep, there's Tino. Welcome aboard, Tino. Right, who else have we got? We've got one lady. This is Beatrice. And I can see Beatrice there. So I think we've got everybody. These two guys are not coming with us. So that's fine. Let's close these. And hopefully everybody's ready to go. So we're going to Lille now. So we can get on board. Yeah, sensitivity needs some sorting out, I think. So we'll close the doors. Should we put the Wi-Fi on? How about the announcement?
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei FlixBus. Wir freuen uns, dass
That's
ihr
pretty
an
good,
Bord
isn't
seid
it?
und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch
Stop
bei uns im
brake.
Bus gilt die gesetzliche
Navigation
Anschnallpflicht.
monitor.
Bitte schnallt euch deshalb
Just looking
während
what
der
else is in the
gesamten
menus.
Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen
Driver's light.
und Infos zu unserem
Right, there's not too much in here, is there?
Eine Toilette
Alright, follow the
befindet sich im
navigation to the
hinteren
final stop.
Einstiegsbereich.
Alright, let's go then. So we need to take off the, let's put it in reverse, take off the parking brake, and we should be good to go. Want to avoid hitting that other bus on the way out, of course. Back into drive. Alright, here we go. 283 kilometres. Ah, so we're going back out the same way. So we'll try and swing it around this little turn around. Oh, I did that badly, didn't I? Look at that. Well, that's alright. We're on our way. So once we get out of here, we're doing it right. And I'm hoping, like I said, we're on the open road then. Here's the barrier. Let's hope this raises. There we go. There we go. Right, now let's have a look behind us. Yeah, I think we're good there.
Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks.
I do like that, you know. I do like the fact that we've got the
In the
announcements.
rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets, which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book
No, I don't know, but I'm
while you're
assuming
on the road,
is
simply download our
that
app
recorded
onto your
from the
smartphone
actual
so you can
FlixBus
take
itself?
advantage
I've never been on a
of our
FlixBus,
many
so you guys will have to
exclusive
tell me.
online discounts. For more information,
Or is that
simply
has that
visit
been done by the
flixbus.com or
game
get in touch with
developers?
us on Facebook.
You would think, wouldn't you, that with it being a proper FlixBus license, that would be a licensed
Please use the
announcement.
questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas, and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with FlixBus.
Right, do I need to like start the journey or anything like that, or can we just carry on? I know on the PC I've seen people starting the journey. Is it on here? Is it on here? Let's have a look. No, I don't want to do that. We don't have to oh, no, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Right, check in to do. I think we're good, aren't we? Right, so that's saying we can just carry on, so that's fine. I just remember on the PC starting the route. Now maybe I missed it in that screen. If I miss anything and you're experienced at playing this game, just make sure you let me know because I want to do it. I want to do it correctly. All right, we're doing a right here. Just keeping my eye on those cameras. I do find it helps having those cameras there. The mirrors. Sorry, not the cameras. Just to help show what is going on at the back of the bus. We've got 50 speed limit. So what we need to do is get out onto the French equivalent of the motorway. This is 100, so we put some speed up. I think I need to sit slightly further back as well, I think. I feel like I'm quite on top of the steering wheel. However, that's a minor thing. Bit of traffic in the tunnel, I'm going to be careful there. This is a very relaxing game, isn't it? All these simulators, all these bus simulators are very relaxing. Gotta say it. And with the potential, I think on this game, I think it will take you. I've heard other people mentioning it can take you something like 5 hours real time to get from one end of the map to the other, and I'm going to overtake these guys because they're slowing me down. So if you've got 5 hours to kill, that might be an interesting little journey to try and set up for yourself and do that. There's some popping, isn't there? There's some texture popping. It's the only thing so far that I'm noticing, but again, another disclaimer is we may not have the day 1 patch yet. The day 1 patch may literally be that. It may not get released until tomorrow, so keep that in mind. So, I think we're going left here. So we're not, are we? We're carrying on. We're going around the bend at the top, so I'm actually in the wrong lane. We did to be over on the right hand side. But what we'll do is we'll force our way across once we get the green light. So what's everyone's thoughts then? Send me some feedback down below and then I know how you guys are feeling. Actually, we are going left. See, this is a GPS again. We're taking an immediate left here. Let's have a look on the map. So we can see where we are. We're still right here. Look, we're still not even out of Paris because we've only just picked up our passengers, and we're going up to Lille. Get the indicators on. I think the level of sound, the ambient noise in the game is very good. I like the idea that the passengers are chattering away behind us and the mobile phones are going off and the AC is too cold. Okay, I'll change that because we don't want people grumbling, do we? That is it in this one? I always pick the wrong one. Right, the AC, let's have a look. So the AC is too, let's put it at 22, let's see if that helps. Alright, looks like we're at the toll station. Let's just take, I presume we can take any of these lanes. Or is there a special bus one? I thought we were going to squeeze down a one that was too small then for us, and we would get squeezed in. I love that. That's good. I like that. I do like that. Lille. There we go. There's the road to Lille. This is what we want. We want a bit of speed now. So we want to stay in these lanes. We can do 100. Yeah, so those buildings, you see those buildings in front, they came out quite hexagonal, didn't they? So that, I'm hoping, is easily fixed. I don't think that's a showstopper, that one. I'm assuming as well we've got a cruise control. That used to be in the menu. Because we're going to be doing a lot of motorway driving. So far so good though. And I'm just going to pull out into this lane. The steering sensitivity is okay for me. This is the standard steering sensitivity that's coming out of the box. And I should have mentioned this earlier, I am using the controller, by the way. I know a lot of you will be looking to use a wheel. And I'm not sure which wheels are supported, but I imagine there's quite a lot. Just have a look on Aerosoft's website to find out which wheels are supported. I always get lots and lots of questions on these games in the comments. Is such a wheel supported? Yes or no? It's difficult for me to say, but if you check with Aerosoft themselves, I'm sure they'll be able to update you. There'll be a published list somewhere. We've got 209 kilometres. We should soon. It sounds a lot, but we should soon cover that given the scale. Going into this lane because there's no one on my left hand side. Let's try to maintain some speed. So the other game that comes to mind, of course, which is also an Aerosoft published game, is On the Road, because again there's a lot of motorway driving in that game, and this is Unreal Engine. This game. Whereas On the Road is Unity. This is much better. On the Road has got a lot better just recently, but definitely this is much better, I have to say. There's a lot more detail in this. So you see, like the staining there on the wall in the central reservation there, and the grass at the foot of the wall, etc. All nice little bits of detail. So I'm quite pleased with it so far. Looking forward to some long journeys on this, and I think we'll do those when we get on the live streams. And we'll change the weather up, maybe leave it on dynamic weather. That might be interesting, but for the purposes of today I wanted to, of course, show you it in clear weather. That being the best case scenario. 179 to go. So I'm assuming as a bus in France I am meant to be over on this side. Generally. This is where all the slow boys go. So we can do a maximum of 130. I have got my finger fully down on the throttle. So, from a physics perspective, accelerating and braking, it's been fine for me so far. I haven't really noticed any issues. Up a hill, we are slowing down. It's trying to accelerate. Down, it is trying to run away with itself. Pretty basic, I know, but if you've got the basics covered, then you can work on it from there, can't you? So over on this left-hand side for Lille, these traffic is building up there. So come off the motorway. But we're good to continue, 156 kilometres. There we go, we nearly rear-ended this BMW. Then that's a 3 Series GT, isn't it, that in front? Even at 75% AI though, there's quite a lot of traffic, isn't there? There's still quite a lot of traffic on the motorway, which is quite nice. It mixes it up a little bit. It means you do have to keep, you know, you have to keep your wits about you. There's a Volvo going past there on the left. See, I want to go in the right-hand lane where I should be, but I don't want to because I'm going to get in this traffic jam. Look, everybody's been super slow. We've got DHL coming up. Other delivery services are available. I think it actually says TML on the back of the wagon. But there's obviously a lot of copying going on. And on the PC version, I haven't seen any yet, but on the PC version there are some Tesco lorries as well. And I think they're actually named Lesco or something like that. But I haven't seen any yet on this console version. So we are in the PS5, remember. Remember, this is available for all the next gen consoles only. Unfortunately, it's not coming to the standard Xbox or PS4. Which I think is probably makes sense, doesn't it? Given the level of detail, I think it will probably have to be a completely different version, wouldn't it, for the last gen? There's one of our colleagues there on the right in the FlixBus. How are we doing? 121 kilometres. So it won't be long until we come off this motorway, I would think. Traffic building up a little bit. So if you look at the draw distance, the draw distance of the scenery is pretty good, but you can see vehicles starting to pop in at the distance. So it probably just needs some, it just needs some slight adjustment. I don't think it's massive, as I said earlier. It might just need some slight adjustment. Which could be as early as tomorrow with this day one patch. We'll see. I haven't seen any patch notes for that yet. Let's see if we can get those. See if we can get those available. So do bear in mind that what you see now may be slightly different to the version you actually play when you pick this up on the 28th. We've got 99 kilometres to go. Let's have a look outside. Actually, for a first drive, it actually has been a very pleasant drive. I've really enjoyed it. All these first looks, once you're getting used to a game for the very first time, and it is truly, apart from messing around with some of the settings and choosing the starting destination, it truly is a first look for me. So there's a lot of discovery, there's a lot of getting used to the controls. Fortunately, you know, it is a similar setup to tourist bus, so, you know, I'm already part way there. But until you've played it a couple of hours, you know, you'll never truly, you know, settle down into the way it should be, and the way that you actually like it yourself. But yeah, as a first run, this has been pretty good. Start to move over a little bit. I don't want to be a road hog. There is somebody behind me, but he's only just coming up behind me now. He wasn't there the whole time. But there's undoubtedly people faster than me, even though I am doing 100 and the limit is 100. It was nice to see the Eiffel Tower though, and the Arc de Triomphe. So I'm looking forward to going around these cities and seeing the different sightseeing areas that have actually been put into the game. That's going to be good. So I hope you guys will subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and then you'll come and join me for some of the live streams, and then we can have a chat about the game together. And also, if you do subscribe, don't forget to just have a look around the channel. We've got other games on there similar to this, lots of simulators on the channel. We got trains, planes, trucks, buses. There's probably something there that you'll enjoy, so go and check that out, see what you think. And thanks again to Aerosoft for listing me as one of their influencers and sending me the key for this. Always appreciate that. They're a very nice team at Aerosoft. 46 kilometres. Pretty uneventful trip, I would say, on the motorway, but that's good. We don't need any drama. Now the other thing is, I don't know if refueling is a thing. I can see fueling stations as we're driving along on the map. So I'm assuming at some point there will be a requirement for us to refuel the bus. You could certainly do that in tourist bus. And we're just starting to... Whoops! Oh dear me! What was that? I just clipped it, didn't I? I was a little bit too fast. A little bit too fast coming in there. Alright, we need to get over as well, because if we don't, we're in trouble. What did I just say about there being no drama and pretty uneventful? That was always going to happen. You've not watched one of my streams where I'm driving a bus where I haven't crashed at least once. It wouldn't be a Tintin 57 stream, would it? Without a crash, and there it was. That's strange. Look at the barriers. There are barriers on the left, but not on the right. This is the end of the motorway. We've got 26 kilometres to go. So this must be Lille coming up in front of us. Just see the buildings coming into view. So you see the edges of the buildings are a bit squiggly, and as you get nearer to them, they gain their shape. Mad-X, I love that. Look at that. Mad-X, that's brilliant. Someone's had that job, haven't they? They've had that job to go through all the typical different companies that you would see on one of these journeys and come up with an alternative version so they don't get copyrighted. They've used similar colours, of course, but not use the actual names of the companies. I think that's it's simple, but it's quite brilliant. MadX, that's got to be the best one. If you've seen any better, pop that down in the comments. Okay, the steering release is good. I've not changed the setting for how fast the steering releases after turning a corner, and that for me is pretty good at the moment. So I'll leave that where it is. So we're back into Lille, and we've got a bit of traffic going on. Hopefully it's nothing too major, because we're quite near now, 15 kilometres. And MadX just gets through, and we get the red. But this is Lille. Now, I don't know Lille, so I don't know if Lille has got any particular landmarks that we need to look for. But we'll keep our eyes open. I think if I bring the map up, does it show the landmarks? If we zoom with R1, have a look at Lille. Don't think it does. There's the depot, that's where we're going to. So these are all undiscovered as well. You see the little padlock. So as we go around, let's just find some others. Alright, these are not showing, but basically, when you look at the free play map, you'll be able to see each depot, each bus stop is undiscovered. It has a little padlock. So once we've been to Lille, we'll be able to see that we've been to Lille. That makes sense. That's quite a nice thing. Now, I don't know whether or not there is some kind of measurement anywhere in the game to tell you how many bus stops or cities you've actually unlocked, you know, as a percentage of the whole map. That'll be quite good, as long as there isn't a trophy for unlocking every single one, as there was in Train Life, because that can be a bit that'll be a bit, well, it will be a bit daunting on a 50,000 kilometre map. Right, here we go. We're going straight ahead. There's Lille railway station there on the right hand side. Quite a nice looking building. We've got a right turn coming up. Can we get through on green? Looks good, looks good. Keep my eye on that right hand mirror as we go around the bend. That's it. Practice will make perfect on this game. I can see myself sinking many hours into this, and most of those hours as well, I'm speeding quite a lot. I probably won't realise that I'm ticking those hours off. It's one of those type of games where you'll be going from A to B and really not noticing the time at all, which is great, isn't it? So we've got another right. I think this is taking us now very close to the depot. 50 on this street. So this is quite a long first look compared to what I would do normally, but I hope it's been okay for you guys. It was worth me doing a full trip, and we got to have a look at Paris, didn't we, on the way out. I wanted to give you a kind of all-round look at it. So hopefully we've done that, and you've quite enjoyed it. It's been nice to discover some of this with you guys watching. We're just going to pull in now and see what the requirement is for us to finish up. Lille is unlocked, there you go. So let's park there. we will first of all put on the parking brake. We'll go into neutral, and I think we will turn the engine off. Oh, we need to open the doors. That will help, won't it? Then everybody can get out. Is everybody getting off? Oh, everybody's off. Look at that. Well, that was. How did they get off? Is this them? I think these. I think this is it. I think these are the passengers. How the heck did they get off that quick? Wow, that's a nice one, isn't it? I like that one. So, the mad car horns continue in Lille. That's the end of our journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, it's been a pleasure. Hope you're looking forward to picking this up tomorrow on the 28th. I'm sure this is going to be really, really popular on console. And I'm so pleased that they're bringing games like this to console, I have to say. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be plenty more of this. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye for now. This is quite a long first look compared to what I would do normally, but I hope it's been okay for you guys. It was worth me doing a full trip, and we got to have a look at Paris, didn't we, on the way out. I wanted to give you a kind of all-round look at it, so hopefully we've done that and you've quite enjoyed it. It's been nice to discover some of this with you guys watching. We're just going to pull in now and see what the requirement is for us to finish up. Lille is unlocked. There you go. So let's park there. We will first of all put on the parking brake. We'll go into neutral, and I think we will turn the engine off. Oh, we need to open the doors. That will help, won't it? Then everybody can get out. Is everybody getting off? Oh, everybody's off. Look at that. Well, that was. How did they get off? Is this them? I think these. I think this is it. I think these are the passengers. How the heck did they get off that quick? Wow, that's a nice one, isn't it? I like that one. So, the mad car horns continue in Lille. That's the end of our journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, it's been a pleasure. Hope you're looking forward to picking this up tomorrow on the 28th. I'm sure this is going to be really, really popular on console. And I'm so pleased that they're bringing games like this to console, I have to say. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be plenty more of this. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye for now.